Welcome back to West of Loathing. This is Weeza, and in this episode, I think we're going to try to wrap up this series. It's been a fantastic ride, but I think 11 episodes is enough. And what I'm moving on to another game. So anyway, we've got this crazy bug-eyed thing, and we're going to go fix that. I'm going to have to go over to the Jelly Bean Hut. I'm not convinced that this is the last of this, speaking of huts and shacks. We're going over to Wasco's first, because usually if you click on something long enough, it's going to end up doing something different. And as much as this has cost me, we need to see what he's going to do. But on the way, you see wisps of smoke rising above the pines nearby and spur meditation over to investigate. The source is a little shop nestled deep in the forest, almost as though a proprietor doesn't want customers to find it. You jot the location down on your map. But let's go ahead and go there, see what it is. Holloway's Hideaway. Okay, looks amazing. And there's nothing else around here. Let's go ahead and go in. Wow, this is a bit of a dump. This barrel used to have pickles in it. Now it just has nasty old pickle juice. Sweet. Okay. Howdy. Name's Holloway. Hab Holloway. Sorry for the chittering. I ain't seen another person in a long time. That's not surprising. This place is pretty secluded. What do you do here? Mostly, I sell pine cones and squirrels. He frowns. Well, I used to. Okay. Holloway chews on something he had stored away in one of his cheeks. You need to use my fancy new hat, buddy? What happened to the squirrels? Well, one day they were here, and the next day they were bloodstains. I had the creepiest dream that night. I dreamt a little girl with big, empty white eyes jumped in through my bedroom window and asked if I wanted to have a tea party. Huh. Yeah, let's talk about something else. You know, we haven't seen that chick again. Clip on bow tie. You would never wear this, but maybe you'll find a child that needs help getting ready for a funeral. That definitely sounds like something that would happen out west. What? Well, I have to buy it. Just a jar of peanut butter. Nope. Don't need needles. We still have 26 of those. A pine cone. It's a pine cone. Pine trees use them for reproduction. Animals use them for food. And grandmother used them to make little decorative owls. Well, you know, you just gotta get one. Okay, that was fun. I feel fulfilled. Okay, over to the comedy shack to make me want to gouge my eyes out because of the amazing humor. Your El Vibrato transponder leads you toward a darkening grove of trees. You steer meditation into it to investigate, and you discover that the reason the grove is so dark is because there's one of those El Vibrato monoliths inside, and the monolith is dark because it's not turned on. That makes sense, right? Power it up. You insert a battery and you gain the effect energize. I think I already had that. Oh, this guy. Oh, wait a minute. He's playing an instrument. Hey, welcome back. Ready for some grade A hilarious jokes? All right, hit me. So I got a job when I was a manager on a baseball team, and all the players have weird names. Like there's one guy literally named Who, and another one called I Don't Know. Who's on first? Yeah, nice. Third base. Wasco takes a bow. Want to hear another one? Ugh, God, I'm just wasting money on this crap. Knock, knock. No, really, come on. Knock, knock. Who's there? Okay. Wasco takes a bow. Another one, no. Okay, now they're repeating themselves. Okay, I'm telling you sincerely, you should quit. All right, fine, I admit it. I can't tell jokes worth a darn. What else am I supposed to do, though? You're a pretty decent banjo player. Oh, here we go. The Jewel in Dirtwater could use a banjo. Huh? Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Can't be much worse. I'll head over there shortly, thanks for the idea. Okay, I wanted his hat. I don't know why I'd want his hat. I wouldn't wear it. Okay, let's go get this jelly bean. I need to get this thing off the screen because I'm sure it's annoying everyone. It's certainly annoying me. Let me see, the jelly bean. Roy Bean's house, here we go. On the way, you stop to investigate a plume of smoke and discover that where it is, there's no fire. The next thing you discover is that it's not so much a smoke as the charred ghost of someone who suffered a particularly grisly death. What happens if you surrender? I don't think we've ever done that. I want to do it. The ghost really smoked you. You gain the effect angry. Okay. You get so angry about losing that fight that you pass out. Oh man. That was the 5th time I did it. You wake up the next morning. Son of a man. You wake up the next morning in your bed. Susie must have carried you back here after you got knocked out. You're a little sore, but not otherwise any worse for wear. You're pretty hungry though, and sober. That was painful. I didn't realize that would happen. But I mean, we can go ahead and do this 5 times real quick. And hopefully we can go over to the cemetery. Let's go get the bean taken care of first and go to the cemetery and see if we can finish out the grandma's quest. And I'm going to try that even if I have to sleep a couple times before I do anything else. I want to at least finish that. On the way, I found a crate and it had a canteen in it that, you know, I read the flavor text again and it says that you could put out fires with it. And I don't think we've ever done that. Yeah, we can't do anything with this anymore. We have to go over to the petting. You know, I guess we could finish that too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Howdy, howdy. Thanks again for helping me get back all my jelly beans. Don't mention it. Okay, this one's the only one for sale. There's a single yellow jelly bean in its case with a sign that says Paraguayan murder bee honey jelly bean, very rare, 6,000 meat. Roy walks over. Does this jelly bean really cost 6,000 meat? Well, normally it does, yes. But I guess seeing as how you helped me out with them bandits and goblins and damn dirty hippies, let's call it our 5. Wow, that's a hell of a discount. 5 meat? Really? Yeah, I reckon. Better buy it in a hurry before I change my mind. Heck yeah, I'll buy it. Jesus. Get this thing done. That was nice. I wonder how much it costs if you don't do those things. I guess we'll never know. Yes, eat it, please. You eat the jelly bean and your vision immediately clears. Modern medicine is really amazing. Yes. Oh, thank you. That was good. Okay, let's go over to the graveyard first. Not the petting cemetery. Let's see. Reboot Hill. That's where it was. Yes. On the way, you spy a patch of loco weed growing next to the trail. You hop down for a closer look, just to make sure it's not loco grass or loco flowers. Okay, thank you. You do a quick backflip and then make some funny noises by retching your arms up and down with your hands in your armpits. The loco weed giggles, loosening its roots just enough for you to pluck a handful of it out of the ground and wring it into a little bottle. Yeah, we've never used this either. You're crazy about this stuff. No, wait. I meant because of it. No, not about. This item is used in combat and gives you 2 action points when used. Okay. I'm assuming we're going to have to fight the necromancer at the end, so I've been saving a lot of this stuff just to, I don't know what we're going to be up against, quite frankly. I still can't remember which of my 20 granddaughters was my favorite. Please, can you help me? Okay, I have this all written down, and I've guessed twice. Let me guess one more time. I know it starts with an M and ends with a vowel. It's got to be this one. Oh, thank God, finally. Granny's eyes brighten, and she bursts into tears, but happy ones this time. Oh, yes, of course. How could I have forgotten? Poor sweet Magdalene. Oh, how I miss her. 90 XP. Granny drifts over to the tombstone and gently places a bouquet at its base. Both Granny and the flowers fade away into nothingness. That is, except for a single flower that remains. It goes, oh, wow. That's cool. Goes in your offhand and it's plus 11 spell damage. That's sweet. So we got the ghost flower. Nice. Goodbye, Granny. What is in our offhand? We've got the large plush owl. Plus 4 mysticality, plus 4. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to use the ghost flower for sure. We've got quite a lot of mysticality already. So we need to go get our spittoon hat covered in silver. We're a little bit short on doing that though, but we can sell some things. But yeah, that is wrapped up. And I think we need to, I guess we don't have to, but I kind of want to. Again, this isn't a completion-ish run. It's just like, we've got a couple things that we can still do. Like, what is it called? Those few quests that we have left. Susie, what do you think we should do next? Glad to see them alibis of yours are cleared up. After the Norton Weasel, let's head back to Frisco to pick up the trail. Oh, yeah, we do need to do that. Jeez. Yeah, we can go back to the mayor in Breadwood and tell him that the caretaker's back at the military cemetery. We haven't found any interesting rocks. Oh, the missing shipment of mail to Breadwood. Those are the things we haven't finished yet. We should be able to do those pretty quick. So the mail for Breadwood. Yeah, and a couple of the skeletons for the cemetery. I want to find these, if nothing else, because it could help us with the end game. So the pack rat skeleton is supposed to be at Fort Darkness. Oh, we also need to take the bread over to the mayor. That's cool. Easy enough. And stop by the buffalo pile to get the buffalo bones. Easy. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's worth us doing that. We might be able to get something good out of it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start over with, let me see. It was Fort Darkness. See if we can get the, what was that? Pack rat, I believe. The boot guy is still standing here staring into space. You should open up a boot store. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. I'll have to figure out how to fix his problem with the elves. Well, I walked into the next tent, and this pack rat has been sitting here the whole time. I didn't even walk up here to get it or even hover over it. So, yeah, we'll get that, and we've now gotten the pack rat, so that's cool. This pack rat skeleton was absent-mindedly stolen by one of the Kurtzites. Gorman will be excited to get it back. Cool, that was easy. So I did a little bit of reading to find out where I needed to go to get the hippie over to the town to start selling boots, and it was actually going back to the other fort and playing the tabletop game. And I have been doing this for a very long time. And I'm on the very last enemy of this game. And it's been very challenging, I guess. So I think I am about to win this because the next hit I do on this guy is this revolting human will be utterly destroyed. So there we go, finally. That has taken a long time. You prevailed in the early skirmish of 1884. Heck yeah. Wow, you're really good at this game. Getting good was the only way to keep my little brother from lording it over me all the time. I feel like we should give you some kind of prize. I've got some leftover guns from when I was gluing the figurines together. Want them? Sure, thanks. You got an item, a bunch of really small guns. Okay, this is a handful of tiny pewter guns, which presumably serves some purpose in the game they played at Fort Memoriam. but which could also be used to outfit a very small army of elves. Well, there you go. Yeah, that was, man, that took a while trying to figure out the strategy on that. It was actually a really cool little side game though, but not really worth recording because it would have been a lot of time. Okay, so let's go back over to Fort Darkness and see if we can get the boot seller over to the house or the main town. You find a rectangular hole roughly 3 feet wide by 6 feet long by 6 feet deep. So it's either a grave or the future site of half of an in-ground hot tub. Nice. Found a handful of old coins. We can sell those, yeah. Got an item, skeleton bone, handful of loose teeth. Okay, let's go ahead and send this guy on. There's a town called Dirtwater. You could open a really nice shop there. That's pretty long trip, but like it'd be dangerous. I'd be worried the elves wouldn't make it, you know? I've got just the thing. Wow. What? Look at these tiny little guns. See, with these, the elves will be able to defend themselves on the road to Dirtwater. Oh man, that's so weird. Okay, yeah, cool. He packs his boots and tools together and heads out of the tent. It'd be kind of amazing if he actually makes it to Dirtwater, but stranger things have happened. Okay, cool. Nice. So that is now complete. I don't know if there's anything else in here we've missed. Nope, looks like we're good. We're heading over to the Buffalo Pile, but on the way, in the front yard of a small adobe building just off the side of the trail, you see a young woman working on a broken water pump. She pauses to dramatically wipe sweat from her brow with her hat. You offer to help, but she just jerks her thumb towards a sign on the front of the building reading, Culligan and Daughters Pump Repair. All pumps repaired, effortlessly and expertly, and continues to work on it. You learn a lot by watching her. That was interesting. Okay, I guess we just go to that shelf or whatever, the storage thing. This right here, okay. Grab a buffalo's worth. Yeah, that will work. Yeah, cool. Sorry, I didn't read the flavor text because it's just a pile of bones. I didn't even think about it. Okay, we need to do, well, I think that's it for the petting cemetery. Yeah, let's go turn this in. Here we go. Any luck getting back my pack rat skeleton? Yep, got it right here. Bravo, safe and sound. Thank you kindly. Any luck getting those buffalo bones? Yep, got them right here. Another 50 meat. Well now, these will do fine, just fine. Excuse me while I go wire these together real quick. Nice, let's go see what these do. Okay, well, they're all done. Okay, the pack rat, that makes sense. Increases your item drop bonus for the rest of the day. The buffalo increases your meat drop bonus for the rest of the day. We've got actually quite a lot of stuff that we can sell. I could do spell damage again. Maximum AP, that wouldn't be terrible, but I think my AP is pretty good. Yeah, my AP is 18. Yeah, it's like increase your maximum AP for the rest of the day. By how much exactly? I'm gonna do spell damage. Why not? Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think we've wrapped up everything in this area. There's obviously some El Vibrato stuff that we haven't finished up, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna concentrate on that. It'd be nice too, but let's go back over to Dirtwater and see if the stores have opened up. See if we can, possibly do something over there. Sell some things. Go ahead and get my hat silver plated. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go check the band. I think that was the last person we were missing because there was only one spot left, it looked like. And I always walk into the kitchen first. That checks out. Okay, well, it looks like the stage is full. Can't talk to any of these guys, but they are jamming out. Hit it again. I'm just hitting it. I guess we just need more cowbell. Is that it? There's nothing to this? It's kind of weird. Let's go talk to the barkeep and see if he has anything to say about it. Maybe. Well, I guess that doesn't do anything. Fair enough. It's kind of unfortunate. I was hoping, something to be even flavor text, if nothing else. Let's go check out these stores we got going on. Yeah, I know we were needing to buy some of these things before. I don't know if I have any extras. These things were expensive too, damn. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy the things that we need. I might have to run around and get some cash real quick, but it depends on how much we can sell, quite frankly. Doug grins as you approach the counter. Howdy, nice to see you. What's new, Doug? I've been using some scrap leather from the bootmaker next door to make more durable casings for my sausages. Ugh. Jesus, that sounds disgusting. Boot leather dog. Increases speed. I'm just gonna get the mysticality one. We're broke again. I don't even know if I have enough money to do anything in here. Who knows? Oh, hey, hi. Nice to see you again. Hey, yeah. Did your elves make the trip okay? Oh, sure, yeah. No problems, at all. I've been seeing them less and less since the move, though. So I've been making some boots myself, just to help them out. Well, that's really nice of you. What can I get you? Show me your goods. Boot polish. Add 3 speed to, oh, that's cool. Boot polish adds 3 speed to a pair of boots. And speed is actually pretty good, so you can go first in battle. Shiny boots is, oh, that's sweet. Oh my God, they're not that oh, never mind. They are expensive. I was rating them as sell value 100. Yeah, so the shiny boots would be the best thing to get, of course. Well, I guess I can sell them some stuff. And this perfect cup of coffee sells for 500. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm going to sell some of these things like the engagement ring. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to use this emerald ring. I just created it by mistake in the last episode, but I could get rid of the bean colander hat. Yeah, and the floral ring. I'm going to do that. Why not? Yeah, I've got a couple things in my inventory that just says, just sell it. So I will, I guess, do that. So I have been collecting all these unrefined meat nuggets and it just says, just sell it. And I have a lot of them. So I'm going to go ahead and sell all these. Yeah, that's going to give me a crap load of money. That is funny because they're at the bottom of the list and I've just never even scrolled down this far, quite frankly. So that's what I've been doing is just getting rid of a lot of crap. And yeah, that's just comical. Yeah, I'm not going to need this anymore. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it though. Snake liver. Oh, I'm going to keep that. Geez, that'd be stupid to sell. Yeah, so we've ended up making quite a bit of money. So let's go ahead and, go back to them and buy the boots. I mean, the boots that I have on are the comfortable boots. They give plus 20. I guess I could sell these too. Yeah, we don't need those anymore. Let's go ahead and buy them. I don't know if it was a good investment, but whatever. We're moving on. Yeah, we had the orthopedic boots on that gives plus 20 maximum HP, but I think I'm going to keep the shiny boots on. That'll work. I'm going to stop by our little apartment here, see if there's anything else we can do. So we have the option to ensorcel another handful of loose teeth. I'm curious if you have to do that every time. We've already got one of those things created, so we'll just hold off on that. We might need, I don't know, loose teeth for something else. I'm just seeing if there's anything else we can do. Oh, a lamp imbued with the lava lamp. We can use it. You put the strange lamp on your table. Groovy. Cool. Yeah, we've been collecting all kinds of crap. And most of it's been off camera because it's just, random little things that we've ran into. Bottle of buffalo tranquilizers. What is this? This heavy glass bottle is labeled Buff Out Buffalo Tranquilizers and has a handful of pills rattling around, and I have no idea what that's for. Like most of these things. Oh, well, here's a minute. Oh, I forgot we got this miniature piano ages ago. Can I use it in the room? Okay, whatever. Not really sure. Let's see what the lamp does now. Nothing. It's just decorative. That was fun. Okay, we've got plenty of food, I believe. I made several of those things. We've made ourselves angry. We've went to the pet cemetery. There's a couple things I have written down that we could go around and get some more boons. I just can't find them in my notes. One thing we have not done is eaten the ghost, that ghost thing, the ghost sausage or whatever. So we're going to do that now just to get the ghost boon, because I think I bought several of them, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the ghost pickle. And they sell for a lot, but makes you, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Spooky. We've never done it. I was curious if it was going to make me like look ghostly or whatever. But let's go over to the silver plater and, yep, get our hat done. And I think then we can go ahead and go back to Frisco and continue on with our little journey of finding out what the hell's going on here. Plate your hat, 500 meat. Yeah, he still says that you can do the barbed wire, and I'm really curious about what that's for. And it's expensive as hell, but maybe if I am tripping over money, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Why not? I've got $12.50. I'm just going to do it. It's got to have something. Oh my God, I just got scammed. Of course I did. Silver-plated barbed wire. This is a coil of barbed wire that you had silver-plated at great expense. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Maybe we're going to use it for something. That was probably stupid, but whatever. We're running to the end of the game anyway, so I don't think that there's really a whole lot that we're going to need money for. We're pretty well equipped and kind of OP anyway, so I've done every little side quest and every little, all kinds of things running around getting experience. Okay, so we need to investigate these now that our eyes are fixed. These are telltale signs of a train robbery. Literally. Follow the tracks. You jump onto Meditation's back and ride like the wind, following the railroad tracks back into the desert. When you finally catch up, you stand up on Meditation's saddle and leap onto the back of the train like a real badass, just barely catching the edge of the roof and pulling yourself up. Here's hoping you don't have to do that again. Your stuntman could have been killed. Looks like Susie decided not to join you on account of not having a stuntman. So you're on your own until you get back to Frisco. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, look at this. This is cool. It's a ladder leading to the train car below. Well, I'm going to go down there first. See if we can find some stuff. Maybe some money. I don't know. Okay, hop back off and go back. This is, so the back of it, you could hop off and head back to Frisco. No, this barrel is labeled hand fruit. Okay. Someone has carefully stacked these crates with this end up arrows all pointing in different directions. I can't say that I've not done that before. This barrel is labeled nubs keys. It's a lock safe. Okay. It should have said key instead of keys. You've got an item, cargo key, used to, okay. It's the door to the next car and it's locked with an unpickable plot. Brand lock. Nice. Use the cargo key. You unlock the door. You hear Norton scurrying forward on the roof. Oh, okay. Man, I didn't. Oh, you know what? Before I get into this, let's go ahead and get some drink some things. Elegant hot dog, these kinds of things. I might have missed something back there in the food stuff. Okay, there were some things that I forgot to do before, which was like the chocolate. Did I make a couple of those? I kind of don't want to use that until the very end of the game because it was like one of the best things we have. Yeah, the beaker of fudge. I'm gonna hold off on that. I need to sell all the sarsaparilla. I'm never gonna use these. Redwood bourbon. When I've got 55 instant grits and I'm never gonna eat them. How funny. Okay, we've got one bottle of ghost beer that increases mysticality, moxie, and muscle. We can go get another shot of ghost whiskey. That's not difficult to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that one. Maybe? Oh yeah, the Alvarado Seltzer. That one actually is good. Yes, this one's very good. I'm gonna take this one. I didn't realize we have picked up 61 military grade whiskeys. This is crazy. So this is actually kind of good. There's a can of Smalt's Blue Ribbon that gives an additional 15 spell damage for the rest of the day. I'm gonna do that one too. I'm gonna increase my damage output significantly. Oh, there's Frisco Poppy I haven't used before. Mysticality by 11. That was, oh wow, that's great. And we're gonna do, I think, shockweed extract. Okay, yeah, this I have to wait until the end game. I'm gonna save it because that is increases mysticality by 23 for the rest of the day. I would hate to screw that up, and I might be able to get it again though. I think I can. Oh, I can. Yeah, I can get it from that chemist dude. So whatever. I missed that. I gained something, Galacticus or something like that. But yeah, my mysticality is 135 and AP's 22. That was, yeah, sweet. I want to see what that last boon does. We've got 2,700 unspent XP. I got my base mysticality up to 30. Okay, Galactarius is from the weird mushroom that you feel funny, plus it gives you 23 mysticality. That was actually pretty good. And I'm glad I ate that ghost pickle. Gives me a lot of resistances. So yeah, I'm missing something and I can't remember what because I had 13 the last time. But let's go ahead and take care of these guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put up my, actually, hold on. Oh, they're actually, my God, this deals 187 spooky. Let's just take care of all these dudes in one hit. Yeah, nice. Okay, dining car key. Let's go. Okay, we can go upstairs. I just want to run downstairs and see if we can unlock anything. And I have a feeling if we run into him upstairs, I will end up taking him out and I should be able to take care of him really easily. But I want to see if we can get some stuff. Ooh, nice flowers. It looks like food. It's got one of those fancy silver dome things on it. You've never wanted anything more in your life than you want to lift up this dome and see what's under it. But you're not sure you can muster the amount of culinary expertise it requires to properly reveal a dish of such presumed quality. Do it. It requires 50 mysticality, which I imagine is kind of high, and we're way past that, so voila. Oh, it's just a cream pie. Shaving cream. What kind of lunatics are running the food service in this train? You got an item for shaving cream pie. This is not good to eat, but it's very aerodynamic. Oh my God, if we're gonna be able to throw that in a fight, that's funny. This table looks like it got jostled around in some kind of scuffle, but the flowers are still standing. This table didn't deserve flowers. Nice. The door between the dining car and the sleeper car is welded shut. Okay, so we need to go upstairs. Interesting. Atop the stolen train, there's Norton. You got a clear shot at him from here if you want to throw that pie at him. Yes, throw the pie. Hiya! Take that. Curses be damned you. Okay, this ladder is leading to the train car below. Well, let's take care of this guy first. Why is this guy hanging out on top of a moving train with a knife? Let's get him. Let's see what this does. This does 234 lava fava. Wow. Okay, let's just take care of him in excess. And that's why you shouldn't play with knives on top of trains that are speeding through the desert. You rifle through his pockets. They're empty except for his luggage tag. Turns out his tag number is 3. Hooray! Okay, gotta remember that. A messily scrawled note. I've hidden the key to the forward passenger car in my luggage to make it easier for me to murder everyone in the sleeper car. Wow. Sincerely, the train murderer. Come to the roof of the sleeper car in the next 55 minutes if you want a murdering. Okay, that was crazy. So he was number 3. Before we go in these rooms, you find bag number 3. Here you go. And it has the key to the forward passenger car inside. That's very strong corroborating evidence for your theory of who the murderer is. Okay, let's check each one of these rooms. Oh, I can't do anything with them. Never mind. Well, that was fun. On to the passenger car. You finally make it to the passenger car, one car back from the locomotive, which may be confusing if you thought a locomotive meant the entire train. So I could just say the engine, except that also refers to the engine itself. That is, the actual steam engine that makes the train go, and not just the frontmost car of the train. Anyway, you're in the passenger car. Suddenly, Norton clambers into the window. He must have dramatically clung to the side of the train in order to reveal at the last minute that he hadn't actually been defeated. Dang it. He runs into, well, the frontmost car of the train and locks the door. What a jerk. Maybe you could get some of the passengers to help break down the door and arrest him. Or maybe you just kick the door down and shoot him until he can't bother anybody else. Up to you. Well, we have choices. Okay, we're going to talk to these guys and gals as we go through this professional. You know what? No. This is going to just, I don't know. What are we going to do? We're going to just take the guy out? You know, to hell with it. We've killed everyone else in this game. You pound on the door to the locomotive or the engine car or cab or whatever. Open up, Norton. No. All right, that I'm coming in? Oh, yeah? You and what army, tough guy? You glance back at the passengers. Just me, you crazy bastard. Let's do it. I mean, this should be very easy. I'm just gonna, yeah. I could kill him with my ladle, actually. Goodbye. That was easy. Pressing a key, yes. Well, that's one way to deal with an antagonistic bureaucrat. Not, strictly speaking, a legal or moral way, but it's hard to argue with success, especially when you're dealing with the crazy old bastard who poisoned your eyes and kidnapped an entire train. I agree. Some people need their ass handed to them. You did it. Thanks, boss. No problem. We got the track laid right up to the station now. The first ever cross-territory railroad, thanks to the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company. And principally you. You did a real good job. Howdy, Foss. Aw, shucks, don't mention it. Very anticlimactic. Okay, well, I guess you can't do anything in the station at all. That's nice. Moving over to the theater, it says, it looks like somebody on the train got the job as a projectionist. Sure. Show me the final cutscene. Let's see what this is all about. Some folks say endings don't matter. Is this game over? But other folks like to know how things turn out, the consequences of their actions like. With the trains running again, Frisco thrived. People came from all over to seek their fortunes. But thanks to you, they didn't have to do it while on fire because some cow attacked their wagon. I'm sorry, are we not supposed to be battling the dude? The necromancer? This can't be the ending of the game. With the railroad completed and Norton ousted, Smee found himself out of a job but in of an opportunity. After being elected mayor, he managed the growth and infrastructure of Frisco with compassion and pragmatism. In 1944, Frisco was named Most Reasonable City by the Tuesday Evening Post. The idea of city life didn't appeal to Susie much. After you and she parted ways, she moved down the peninsula a ways and settled at Cowsbane Farm, still fighting the good fight in her way. Thanks to your assistance, Hobart Bubbert got the photography bug, or should we say, the photography owl. Anyway, he opened an art gallery so the citizens of Frisco would never again have to suffer from the inability to see pictures of owl skeletons whenever they wanted. This is hilarious. I do like how they did this. This is actually really nice. Kurtz left the fort and set up shop in Frisco. His cult fitness group skyrocketed in popularity. The growth was entirely due to word of mouth, because the first rule of Kurtzfit is that you cannot stop talking about Kurtzfit. Great. This is ridiculous. Cult indeed. Wow. And yeah, there's several people that definitely look unhappy. I can imagine. With your help, the professor gained enough knowledge about El Vibrato technology to start building his own. He opened a very successful consumer technology store in Frisco, and for decades, people spent all of their time staring at little computers in their hands instead of talking to one another. That's crazy. El Vibrato! The performers you sent to Dartwater formed the greatest band in history of music. The perfect union of percussion, strings, and technology. They immediately secured their place in the cultural history of Loathing. Their songs were innovative. Their stage presence was spectacular, and the liner notes on their albums were extremely clever and interesting. They call themselves the Aristocrats. Nice. Well, at least we got something out of this. I was curious on what these guys are going to be doing. I guess a lot of the characters we've seen throughout the game. Okay. Buffalo Bill retired from the killing trade and made a killing, opening a restaurant in Frisco. Nice. Buffalo, wild wings. That's hilarious. You solved 4 of Breadwood's problems. With the increase in morale and civic resources, they were able to clear the weeds from the road and fix the well and the broken hitching post. There was even enough left over to give the mayor's office a new coat of paint. Olive Garden and Cactus Bill lived happily ever after. They even had a few youngins. This is ridiculous. You won 4 of their reenactment scenarios at Fort Memoriam. They still talk about you. Well, that was exciting. They're still talking about me. With your help, Roy Bean's Jelly Bean Museum became the talk of the town. Well, first they had to build a town nearby, but once they did, ooh-wee. That's hilarious. Yep, I can't wait to get my eyes on the jelly beans. Dirtwater became, relatively speaking, a thriving metropolis. Thanks to your efforts as a commerce ambassador and all-around helpful stranger, the once sleepy town became a shining oasis in a barren land. Every man, woman, and child in the town knew your name. They even put up a little plaque with your name on it in your old room at the Jewel. Well, this sure is exciting. God, this drinking noise, that's so annoying. Okay, thank you for that. As for you, after your adventure, you settled in Frisco and bought a very long and very narrow house. You filled it with souvenirs of your exploits and started an antique hat rack collection. When you left home, you told Rufus you wanted to help people. Over the course of your adventure, you helped 58 people. You weren't whistling Dixie when you declared your intentions. If you had been Catholic, they definitely would have sainted you if you had asked. But you wouldn't have asked because you wouldn't have wanted to be any trouble. Oh man, I sold a lot of my hats. Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't realize, I had no idea how this gun, I had no idea how this game ended. Well, it is kind of cool seeing all the stuff that you collected along the way and you forget about it. And I really want to flush that toilet. But I'm sorry, did I miss the spittoon? Where's the spittoon? On my head. In 1906, all the remaining cows in the West were simultaneously activated by some kind of signal from hell. They thundered east, forming a gigantic, single-minded herd. Led by the infernal sadist Duke Lucas, the cow army thundered east towards Dirtwater. Fortunately, a gang of rodeo clowns swept in the last minute and slaughtered the herd just before it reached Dirtwater. Unfortunately, all of the townsfolk of Dirtwater had a hard time sleeping for pretty much the rest of their lives. Seriously, it was a grisly sight. 420 years later, deep beneath the ground, ancient machines silently stopped doing the things that they were built to do. It's probably fine. You and everybody you know are dead by then, and most of humanity has moved to space. Still though, it's a shame about the planet. There were some cool bars there. Okay, the Alvarado stuff is up and running. Yeah, we didn't even come close to finishing this section, I imagine. Thank you for playing. It seems like I missed a lot of stuff at the end, but at the same time, I ended up accomplishing quite a bit as well. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this series. This episode has obviously been quite short comparatively, but I didn't know how long it was going to take to wrap up. But as always, thanks so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.